up, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 50.
Episode 50.
Yeah, this is our 50th episode of The Flip, man. Like, we couldn't have done it without y'all. Like, you know, the 600 something subscribers we got. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us for as long as y'all rocked with us. Like our comments and reacting to all the stuff we do. And like, you know, just for us to be at 50 episodes, like, man, that's crazy. But y'all know I got my co-hosts with me.
Lex the Flex. This is the Flip Side Podcast, which is a weekly episodic media, sports, entertainment original.
Man, like now, Lex, gotta start off, man. How you doing today, bro? You straight?
Cooling. Hot. My Earl done went out in the car.
The Earl already went out that early?
No cap.
Yeah, that's that summer season kicking in on your ass.
And it's not even fully summer yet.
But how you feel about like the fact that we on our 50th episode, bro?
I feel like we consistent. Just working hard at it. And a lot of people that start something, they always fall off. But like we still going strong. We just gotta keep doing it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, even if it's days where it's like it feel like the viewership ain't where it's supposed to be at, or like whatever the case may be, we just still it's like still just gotta stay even keel, because you know we trying to get to the common goal, and that's to get up there to million subscribers, millions of views, millions of dollars, you know.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, it's just like, man, like what would you say was like one of your best moments of the podcast? Like, you know, like out of the 50th episodes we got now, like what would you say personally was like one of your best episodes?
Like one of my favorite episodes was when Wes came on here, Wes Comedy. That was a pretty funny episode. And also the Twisted Black one, because he like the way he spoke and like all the game he gave us. Yeah.
Bro, speaking of Twisted, before we get into that, speaking of Twisted Black, I know you heard that freestyle.
Yeah, I think it's killed.
School talking?
Nah, yeah, he could rap.
I
think he's just like a good storyteller. He might have told the story, because I don't think he would get out there and tell some real business.
But the crazy thing is, you know, Charleston White said it's a song he got, I forgot what it's called, where he snitched on himself like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, Twisted Black, can you calm your old ass down? Like, bro, just sit your ass back, bro. We love you, but just certain shit, bro, like this ain't the early 2000s no more, bro. You gotta have to chill with all that. Cause like you saw what, like, bro, the first person we saw really like from our age group, whenever like we were younger, from our wave or whatever, that got in trouble like that, Bobby Shmurda, remember that shit? Yeah. Then he gets snitching on all his partners in the song, or even if it wasn't his partner, he just giving out names.
Didn't they get hit with like an early like Rico or something?
Hell
like
yeah, they got hit with early Rico.
He was already under investigation before he.
Oh yeah, GS9. Yeah,
before he blew up.
Started rapping, so they was going anyway. They
Yeah.
was gonna go to jail regardless.
At least he got some money before.
Well, that same thing that happened with Casino. What's that dude name?
Just making it worse.
Wait, who you talking about?
Not Casanova. That's his name, Casanova. Like,
did he get hit with a Rico?
Hell yeah, he got hit with a Rico. But like, why he get? But like, what? Oh yeah, cause he had that. Like, it was some New York shit. It was some, not like
A gang.
gang of affiliation or some shit.
What they call it? He was basically they trying to make him out of a gang leader or some shit.
Yeah, trying to say he warlord.
One of them, huh?
But I ain't gonna lie. But I'll say one of my favorite episodes. Well, like my favorite episodes, I'll say. When we had Derek on here, it was like I think the third episode, and we were talking about females being the B word, and Derek was like, I mean, if they call me a bitch, I'm gonna be like, bitch. I was like, what?
You a bitch. I was like, damn, Derek tripping.
That was funny. But I think I'll say another good episode was that episode when we were talking about the Dream Team versus the team now, or the team now, and then whenever we were talking about the Trump and Kamala Harris debate. It was heated.
That's one of my favorite ones too, because y'all ass funny.
And then niggas wouldn't talk for days and shit. I'm like, bro, that shit. Because
y'all arguing over some randoms.
Trump and Harris. But I'm not gonna lie. Like overall, like I ain't gonna lie. I would say that was one of my favorite pods though. But but also too, like another thing too is like, do you remember that one pod? When I think we had, it wasn't Byron, it was, it was when Tink and your partner Jaden came to the pod, but we didn't ever get to air that though.
Yeah. I forgot I was about that.
Bro, that really could have been a good pod, but we ain't gonna get into too much of why it wasn't gonna be a good pod.
I forgot Tink came on this.
Oh God, Tink came on that Yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna really get into too much details, but the ones that know. But to start off though, let's go ahead and get this shot in, man. Cheers to 50 episodes. You some awesome. That old head
shit.
Damn.
That bit did hit though.
I ain't that a little too hard. But what I want to get into it today is like, cause it's kind of the elephant in the room, but it's not really like that crazy. Cause how last week I think it was a week before, we were talking about father figures and all this, that, and the third. So how y'all feel about Brian running up on Stephen A. Smith, man?
I feel like he a father, like he did some father shit that day, but he gotta understand, you a superstar, and your son, fuck it, he a superstar too already.
Yeah.
So like, you gonna be under the light, you gotta be able to take the criticism. But what you was explaining to me about the personal, like if he's taking personal shots, yeah, I still don't think LeBron did nothing wrong because that's his son. But
damn, this damn.
It's better than him just getting on the internet and getting on bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like it was better.
Nigga, man to man, they talking about it was the wrong place to do this shit. It ain't no right place, nigga. It's when I see you, nigga, I'ma holler at you. It ain't like he was on some. I ain't looking for you. The shit wasn't like it was yesterday. It was a minute ago. It's just my first time seeing you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna get to it real quick, get it out the way, so I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm LeBron James, nigga.
Yeah, he do what you want.
I remember I seen Kwame Brown talking about it, and Kwame Brown, that nigga had me rolling. This nigga said LeBron showed Stephen A. what like Black Power really looked like. Cause he said if that would have been anybody else, like a Stephen A. would have tried to like ruin their career, like KD when he said he was gonna run up like in the locker room and trying to get all the media to say little stuff to him, and then when he was calling him a bust and all that, but he said he'll do that to everybody else, but he had to bow down to LeBron. Cause it's like I ain't gonna lie, cause once
like
it
LeBron
do get
to like if he did get
like he
mad,
could
like,
blackball Stephen A. in a way.
He could just punch Stephen A. in his mouth.
They just got that $100 million contract.
No,
like he did just get a bag, which is a good thing. We do salute Stephen A. for that. But speaking of like good episodes of pods, like I remember I had an episode on the podcast when I said Stephen A. Smith, all he does is just vaguely kind of like talks down on black athletes. And it's like I'm not saying like, oh, we got to always use the race card, but it's like I said like previously, when Dana White slapped his girl on camera, on video, what did Stephen A. Smith do?
He said it's his friend.
Like that's my friend. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
When they posted that clip of Jerry Jones back in the day, like I think he was like wasn't it the Little Rock Nine? Them kids that was going to school.
Was at the
I think that's the wrong one.
some shit like that.
Huh?
Lynch somebody or something.
Damn.
I think it was that, and I also seen. Wait, was it? Wait, no.
Shit, I don't know. I know it's some racist shit going on.
From the picture, like you know how like I forgot what it was called, but it was those children who were trying to go to the school. I think it was the Little Rock Nine, like the kids who were trying to go to that segregated all white school, and they were all sitting out there like just watching them, like just trying to hit the kids, spitting on them and shit. Yeah. Jerry Jones was one of them. When that picture came out, what Stephen A. Smith say? Oh, I don't really just know the full details. Jerry Jones, my friend. But even though I am critical about John Morant, when John Morant was getting in trouble, Stephen A. is going on TV, going haywire on John Morant. Then, with prime example, like Kwame Brown. Yes, you like we all know he was a bust. The nigga didn't have a good career, but you literally started making it a point to where you were going to colleges talking about the Kwame Brown. You calling him like you kind of getting personal with him. But now that yes, like LeBron was wrong in a sense to where he should have maybe did that behind closed doors and could have did it instead of in front of millions of people. But at the same time, it's like, bro, Stephen A., you talk in a camera that resonates to millions of people.
Yeah.
So it's friendly fire. You know what I'm saying? And then like at the same time, it's like, I remember it was a couple of months ago. I think it was January. The Lakers had played the 76ers. The Lakers were shorthanded because it was like a lot of injuries going on, and Gabe Vincent wasn't like really too good. So the Lakers, I think they started Gabe Vincent or somebody started, but they ended up giving Bronny some minutes because we didn't have like more point guards or whatever, or any more guard depth. So I remember, like, yeah, Bronny go out there, but at the same time, we understand he's the 55th pick. Bronny go out there and he started getting cooked and shit by what's his name? By Tyrese Maxey and them. And in a way, like, yes, of course, you're supposed to still critique that because, like Bronny shouldn't have been playing. He had a bad game. But I think what did it is when Stephen A. made it personal and basically pled to LeBron as a father about Bronny.
Yeah, that's lame.
And it's like, bro, like, it don't get that deep, bro. Like you, like, and that's what LeBron was telling Richard Jefferson when he was talking to Richard Jefferson. LeBron was like, bro, you could talk about anything you want about me or whatever, but when you making it personal about my son, like, you going too far.
Yeah, it's like some family stuff at that point.
You like what I'm saying? And LeBron had all the right in the world to do that, but I do feel like it could have been a better setting than that. Yeah. But he still had like every right, and I think that's the point.
He didn't make that much of a big scene, in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't even. Yeah,
like, the only reason we seen this because it's LeBron James. We're gonna see everything he do. But like in a normal setting, if somebody was talking, like, we probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have peeped it.
Cause he ain't like get too rah, start screaming and shit. You could just tell his body language, like, he's a little aggressive. But other than that, like, he really ain't do nothing too crazy. Yeah, cause
it was like, and then like another thing too is just like, and then I remember like Jaylen Brown situation like going on, like when Jaylen Brown was calling Stephen A. out, cause like he said that he feel like Stephen A. be trying to slander like people image. Mm-hmm. Like Stephen A. literally, like, I think now he's apparently on this kind of this explained guilt trip or whatever, where he's sitting up here going around like, you know, telling people and shit like, yeah, they always trying to say I'm not down with black people. They always trying to say I'm not down with black people. But you keep showing us countless times again that you don't mess with black athletes.
But
like, you probably do, but you...
You probably do, but Stephen A. is really like more black athletes than any other race, though.
True.
And like, those are the most popular athletes as well, so that make his ratings go up versus like, let's say a nobody white boy did some shit. The ratings wouldn't really go up from talking about a nobody, you know?
Yeah, and for prime example, while this nigga's on the TV screen right now, when Josh Giddey got in trouble about the shit he was doing, right?
Yeah.
Stephen A.
That's the example I was thinking of earlier.
That's another one. Like Stephen A. Sitting up here, oh, well, we don't really know too much about it. It's an open case, so we don't want to say nothing that can get us in trouble. But Miles Bridges' situation was an open case, and you openly talked about it, and you didn't care about that.
Nah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like Stephen A. got to realize, like, bro, like, you can't, like you can't play that role, and that's why, like, a lot of the athletes, they feel the way they feel about them, because it's like, yeah, you can critique us, but it's like you're getting too personal. Like, now you starting to go off of basketball. You starting to get into like.
Did Westbrook get on his ass?
Nah, I don't think Westbrook said nothing. But Westbrook shit, I ain't gonna lie, really, like LeBron, in a way, I feel like a lot of people were trying to say LeBron showed a bad example for the athletes, because he was like, now people see LeBron going off on media members, they gonna think it's okay for them to start doing that because Bron did it. And I feel like that wasn't a good example that Bron set, because, you know, now, like, with these players already who feel entitled doing that, they'll start doing that too. Like, maybe like you'll start seeing more players like getting into it with journalists now because of what Bron did. Possibly. Well, LeBron did it, but y'all not Bron. Like, Bron could do that because he Bron. Like, he just, like, in a way, I'm gonna say, like, he do in a way like hold power, because I feel like if anybody else would have ran up on Stephen A. like that, they probably would have got suspended or something would have like happened or something like that. But the fact that they didn't do that, I don't know, bro.
Well, hold on.
No.
Hello. I'm at the podcast.
But yeah, but also yeah, like to get off of the Stephen A. and Bron thing. I don't know how true this is. I don't want it to be true.
Yeah.
But y'all heard like Drewski getting name dropped in the Diddy case?
Oh damn! I did see that.
Oh yeah, party heard about that?
2018.
Yeah, I heard about that. That shit cap.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know if I believe that.
Just know that he used to be over there with
Kicking it with bro. What's up?
Yeah, they probably just throwing.
trying to throw Odell Beckham in and shit.
See who gonna like really.
I ain't gonna lie. Now Odell, I'm not gonna lie
I heard some
to you.
weird stuff about Odell.
I seen a video of Odell Beckham with Justin Bieber, and I wasn't trying to see it, but
He gave him some nini.
I don't know, but it looked like he was getting up from doing it.
Yeah, it look like some weird
Like
stuff
you,
going on.
like you ever seen that video? It was Trey Songz recording,
Yeah, I seen
and
it
it
for
was
sure.
like I think like Trey Songz was trying to tell him stop or something like that, and then like all you see is Justin Bieber head pop up off the ground. I'm like, don't tell me nigga just gave this nigga some head.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. We really don't really know. Like,
I
for
don't know,
sure.
but the way that video
it
looked,
weird though.
from the way that video looked, it looked like he whopped him off. I was like, yeah, he tripping.
Yeah, it look weird. And I heard some weird shit about Odell.
But it's like with the
Man.
Drewski thing, like what they saying exactly? They said, cause I seen one article, but I don't know how true it is, where they was sitting up there talking about some. I guess Drewski was holding the nigga down, like arms down, while Diddy was raping him and shit. And I was
Look, now they taking it too far.
I was like, okay, is it that like deep? Pause.
I'm like, come on, Drewski. I mean, I don't know him personally, so I don't know what a nigga would do, but I just feel like that's a stretch.
Pause.
Pause.
Ah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a stretch, and you really can. I don't want to say you can't believe the girls when they come up and stuff like that, but you just believe they can't lie.
I'm not gonna lie, cause I do agree with that. Cause I remember in high school, I used to get kicked out of class because I used to be saying free Bill Cosby. But my context behind that was because, you know, like with this from the case we heard, they said all these women came to Bill Cosby's place or whatever. They all willingly came there after hours, right?
Yeah.
Even if Bill Cosby did drug y'all or not, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but y'all had the conscience to go over there because y'all knew it was Bill Cosby.
I feel like with the Bill Cosby situation,
It's like, so we
how
don't
can
know.
you know for sure that he did it if it was so long ago?
And the thing about it, it was just too many women in that setting to come out talking about, oh, he raped them. Too many women that came out in that setting. It's no way Bill Cosby raped all y'all. And most of them white women that they were talking about he raped weren't even fine. They were all ugly as fuck. I'm like, you think Bill Cosby raped any of that?
Ugly shit get hit too.
True, but with Bill Cosby, that nigga, he got money. That nigga don't want to hit no mid shit.
So I don't
What the
even know.
fuck?
What happened?
No, I was just, the Lakers need to get the right players around Luka. Duh. His name ain't even just Luka, it's Bron too.
You want to make a bet?
What?
Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, 2?
I think Devin's going in.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, for real?
Which one? Oh, no. I said Devin. I think Ryan going in.
I bet.
But when do they fight?
Well, so boom, it's like a little tournament situation going on. They both fight like May 2nd on the same card, and when they win, they gonna go against each other.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so if they go against each other, let's make a bet.
So if they go against each other, 100 ball.
And 50 push-ups.
And this time you gotta do both. They know, and if they do come out and say Ryan did some drug shit,
Nah, I feel like he wouldn't do it 2 times in a row.
you
I got
never know.
confidence.
Hopefully the nigga don't do that shit twice.
Yeah, hell no, hope not.
But since we talking about boxing, I think Tank really, like, when I look at the rewind, like the replay, I don't think it was as bad as people made it seem.
Nah, he ain't get beat up.
Cause a lot of people were making it
just
seem like
lost,
Tank just
though.
took a badass
Nah,
L.
he
Like
didn't get like knocked out and that shit like that.
I think the second round. Hopefully, if ain't no grease in your eyes, nigga, I think Tank got it this time.
That's a crazy ass excuse.
Cause I feel like when he said that excuse, I was like, Tank, I ain't never heard you say nothing
He
like
didn't even
that.
sound confident at the end. Y'all don't believe me?
And this nigga Tank sound, I ain't gonna lie,
That's
Tank
sassy
sound.
shit.
I like when I paid attention to it, bro. Tank really sound like Mike Tyson, bro. Tank said every time I thought,
Tank sound like a girl.
I really had something in my eye, though. I mean,
He said, you know, they love you and hate you.
I'm like,
Sassy, nah,
I'm a Tank. You heard?
nah, but I ain't gonna lie, he lost that one though. Like I like Tank, but he did lose that one. I don't know if he didn't like take his camp serious or whatever. Cause I did see a clip of him smoking weed. I don't know if it's older or not.
He probably could have. I ain't gonna lie. And the thing is, too, I think Tank also underestimated Roach coming into that fight. Because he probably was looking at it like, bro, I'm not finna take this nigga serious. Like, this nigga beneath me. Huh?
I don't think so.
Like, you don't think he did?
I think he gave it up to Roach in the interview. He was like, when dude was asking him who he think is a competitor or whatever, he asked him. He was like, he named a bunch of motherfuckers.
And he threw him in there?
Swear.
Last he was like competitor. He fought him a couple times before. He know.
Yeah.
Oh, like when they
familiar
were
with each
younger
other.
and shit?
Yeah.
Wait, so Roach older?
I don't know. I think they might be the same age or like a couple years.
Well, not older, but like I'm saying like he like an older fighter?
Oh no, you know, through the amateurs and shit, a lot of these
Yeah.
pro boxers know each other.
They want to run that they tight, that they cool, that
Yeah.
they like homeboys for real, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because when I was watching the interview, like, well, not the interview, but when they had their face off, they looked like they was cool.
Yeah, they did. Cause Tank usually disrespect. Well, not usually. Just certain people he'd disrespect them, but like,
Grabbing niggas and shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga, I ain't gonna lie, that
He showed
one,
respect.
like that one video when he grabbed that one dude, it's like he was high. I was like,
He tripping. He
I
started
like Tank high.
shouting
Like,
Bison.
he thought some.
You seen the clip? It's from the Lamont Roach and Tank press conference.
And I ain't see it.
He's like, I don't even want to talk my shit no more. He's like, why? He said, cause your mama right there. And he started like smiling and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, like, and yeah, and they probably is friends, cause you probably, cause you know this nigga mama. So yeah, if you being that respectful, then yeah, they probably cool. But that's the thing though, like when it comes to any sport though, you know, the spirit of competition, they do want the people like the fighters to be or athletes be up against each other and shit.
Yeah, Roach being a nigga, he finna fight that.
I didn't.
Yeah.
It's like you giving your homeboy a title shot type
Fact.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Giving them a chance to make some money too.
And then this nigga worked you,
Yeah.
but it wasn't as bad as everybody made
I've
it
never
seem.
seen Tank get backed up before. Like he usually the aggressor, but Lamont like sitting in the paint with him, he blocking.
Wait, that
him
nigga
off.
first name Lamont too?
Lamont Roach.
You should have known that nigga was gonna be putting belt there. He got that
Lamont.
old ass name,
No cap.
Lamont.
No cap. Wasn't playing with his
That
ass.
nigga not playing. His name Lamont. What? This nigga name is Lamont. So you know he ain't playing with Tank.
Yeah.
That nigga Project Baby for real, Lamont.
But yeah, Tank fight his regular. He fought his regular fight. He didn't catch the big shot though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was one thing I kept looking at when I was watching the fight. I'm like, bro, I can't wait for Tank to hit this, like the badass right.
No cap.
He never hit that.
I was
I'm
telling him,
like,
I was like, oh yeah, Tank losing, but like
he
finna
gonna wait
catch him-
right.
He finna catch him around 8. He never caught his ass.
I'm like, bro, Tank, what's up?
Bro got some. He a slick boxer. He got some real good defense.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one
Surprising.
thing that I give Tank, because it's like, obviously his defense ain't like how Floyd's is, but it gives me a lot of glimpses of it because they both little niggas that know how to just navigate their way around. And then when they catch you, they catch you. Because I'm not gonna lie, Floyd, even though Floyd wasn't getting hit like that and shit, I ain't gonna lie, it was some times like when Floyd fought Shane Mosley, that was a good fight. Now that, like, to me personally, like, that was one of his best fights, and I think Cotto was cool.
Yeah,
Like, it was cool.
Castillo. I think
Castillo
that's
was
his
good.
hardest fight, in my opinion.
Wait, now which one was that Hispanic dude he fought? I think it's Cotto, the one that tried to touch gloves during the thing, and Floyd started catching
yeah,
his
that
ass.
was Cotto.
That was Cotto.
Yeah, cause You supposed to protect yourself at all times. That's an easy knockout for Floyd.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that win right there, even though you are supposed to protect yourself all the time, like Floyd, like come on, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
That was somebody else.
Somebody
Who
else?
was that? I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, look it up. That was crazy though.
Damn, I'm trying to look it up. Who was this nigga name? Floyd Mayweather.
It was Victor Ortiz.
Oh,
Victor
God,
Ortiz.
I was finna say
That nigga,
Ortiz.
now that was a good fight too. I ain't gonna lie, like
He
one of the
knocked that
fights
nigga
that
out.
I thought was gonna be good was when Floyd fought Haddon. Haddon got his ass whooped by Floyd.
Thought you finna say Pacquiao.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Now, a Pacquiao fight that pissed me off was me betting my dumb ass on Adrian Broner, and Adrian Broner got his ass beat by Pacquiao.
Adrian Runner is he needs some help.
That nigga, like,
He
bro, I
had
ain't-
some hoes at one point.
and that's a crazy thing. I really thought at a point in time, like the way Tank is now, I thought that's what Adrian Broner was gonna become, like when he
Yeah.
was first coming up. And then I'm like,
He was too focused on the show and not trying to be the professional.
yeah, like
Yeah,
just yeah.
yeah.
And then another thing too, the nigga would always be involved in street shit too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you making money now, but that shit over with. But like, you know, you can't tell niggas like, you know, how to live and shit. But it's like, bro, you making too much money to be limiting yourself to the hood, bro.
Hey, y'all niggas getting some money, no cap.
Like, bro, like, but yeah, Ryan Garcia, we see he, like, you know, supposed to be like how you said, like, is in this little tournament thing. Like, you think Ryan will make it all the way
Well, it's really like Devin
to get to
Hank-
Devin? I mean?
Yeah, they gotta like beat their next opponent to fight each other.
Oh, so
Like,
it's not like a long tournament. It's like
Nah,
just
it's really like just them, and it's another nigga on the card, Teofimo Lopez. After they fight, they fuck around fighting him, cause they I don't know if he the prince or the king of what's it, Saudi Arabia. His name Turkey Al Sheikh. He got a lot of money and he a fan of boxing, so he just been offering fighters
just
crazy
money to come
amount
out
of
there.
money so they can fight. Yeah. So yeah, he the one setting all this up right now. But Tank the only one turning it down. Like I feel like he ducking.
And then, cause you know with Tank, I guess he be thinking about he trying to make money out of the fights or whatever he be thinking. Like, oh, it's not a pay-per-view draw or whatever. But I would say I agree with that. It is like it do seem at times Tank don't be like wanting to take the marquee fights.
Yeah,
Like, you know, he'll try to like pick it or try to like, you know, fight somebody that's like they cool. But at the same time, like I can't knock how good he is though.
He trying not to get beat. He want to keep
Yeah.
it old so he keep getting running up the
that big bag.
Then
But
fight all them niggas later in the career to win it. You know what I'm
when they
saying?
going down, when he already done solidified himself. But the thing is, he always be like, let's say, yeah, Shakur been wanting to fight him for a long time. He'd be like, he not a draw, he not marketable, but you'll turn down the biggest name you ever fought for nobody we don't know, a Mexican that we know you finna knock out. and he a bigger draw than Shakur. So I just don't get it, honestly. And the fans be eating that shit up.
This shit is business. You just fighting.
Yeah, it's probably just the business aspect of it.
Motherfucking Frank Martin before he fought Frank Martin. Never heard of that nigga.
I knew him cause like he fight out of Dallas on under Earl Spence, but like he wasn't a big name though.
Yeah, I knew the nigga afterwards. Like I be seeing the nigga out and shit like that a lot.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, because at first, I think the first time I heard about Frank Martin was around the same time too, like when he like, you know, like was finna fight Tank. And then it's like, that's when I remember like they had him on Gilly and Wallow show and I tuned in.
yeah.
But it was really just to see Tank on there, but it was because this nigga was on there
It was
too.
both of them right.
Yeah, I think both of them was sitting right by each
Yeah,
other.
that was lit,
And
though.
I'm thinking like, dang, this is like, yeah, this is really crazy. But like, you think Boots and Tank will be a good fight?
Oh, hell yeah, but Tank is too small for Boots.
Oh, he is too small for Boots?
I know he can get up there and fight, but he probably won't be his most comfortable self.
He gonna stay right there.
Yeah.
But like, no, what about like when they were saying Bud Crawford versus Boots?
Oh yeah, that hoe would be nice. I don't think Bud want to fight him though.
You don't think so?
Nah, I feel like he think it's too much of a risk for a low reward.
True, cause it's like he probably don't think. Cause do boots really just sell like that? Sell out?
He getting there, but like that nigga dangerous. Like he a real good fighter.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just gotta get his numbers up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Bud, he trying to fight. He older. He trying to get
The big bag, get out of there.
Canelo and shit like that, so he just gonna solidify his
Yeah,
name. And
like,
get out.
if he beat Canelo, he could retire right there and be like real great, like not next to Mayweather, but like one of them names you mentioned, you know.
I mean, he could be next to Mayweather because shit, the nigga still ain't lose.
He'd be undisputed or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and Mayweather never been undisputed before.
Like, you think if Mayweather was to fight today, you think he'll do all right?
He could beat some niggas, but he not gonna beat the best niggas.
Like let's say do Mayweather Tank.
I feel like he could beat Tank.
You think so?
He's too smart.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. And then didn't he come up under Mayweather anyway? Tank
Yeah.
did.
But if he fight a nigga like Boots, hell no. Or like, yeah.
Or what about Devin Haney Mayweather?
I don't even know, to be honest with you, because that nigga, Devin Haney smart, but that nigga steady Floyd, and Floyd still sharp. That nigga don't got to beat Devin Haney up to win the fight, you know?
Then they gonna play a long game with him.
Yeah, he could just outpoint you.
I ain't gonna lie. And then that was one of the biggest things I used to always not understand about Floyd, like about the criticism Floyd Mayweather used to get. I remember it was middle school. I think it was when Mayweather fought Canelo. I remember it was like a little beef between the Mexican kids and the black kids at school because all the Mexican kids was mad that Floyd lost. But everybody was just saying, all he do is run around the ring all day. It's like, what the fuck y'all expect this nigga to do? Just sit there and get knocked the fuck out or get hit? Like, bro, Floyd.
It's boxing. He
Like,
did not get hit.
you know what I'm saying? And then with Floyd, like, Floyd play that long game with you. Like, he wants you to get tired. He want to, like, come in and get your ass. The same thing, like, you know how probably Devin Haney studied. The same thing Tank studied. So it's like, give them niggas the same critique that y'all gave Floyd because he the one that, you know, instilled this in these niggas' head.
Tank,
but it, you know,
wasn't not Tank on Shakur and Devin get the critique every time. If
Yeah.
they'll knock a nigga out, they be like, your hands soft, you a boring fighter, this and that. So yeah, if you not knocking niggas out in the box world, they gonna say you a boring fighter.
and sometimes like I'm like, because at a point in time, like you know, because a lot of Floyd fights wasn't all knockout anyway too.
Yeah, a lot
of people was hating like that. Yeah,
and then he started hurting his
he broke his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing about that too is like I do remember whenever like when Floyd was first coming out, Floyd was not like when the nigga was Pretty Boy Floyd was putting niggas on their ass. And then as Floyd got older and then, you know, the hand situation, Floyd mastered the game to where he he gonna play chess against you.
Facts.
So you can't really knock a man for that. Of course, you know, we look at the Iron Mike Tysons and the niggas that heavy hit your ass and put you on your ass. But even Mike Tyson, when push came to shove and Mike didn't know how to defend himself, niggas was knocking Mike shit out.
Pacquiao got knocked out.
Like Pacquiao get knocked out too, but it's because, and another thing about Mike Tyson that a lot of people don't talk about, Mike Tyson wasn't really that good defensively. He wasn't.
He's just aggressive or short.
Like, yeah, the nigga was just aggressive and he finished most of his fights early, but the nigga wasn't like the best on defense. The nigga was getting tagged the fuck up. You saw what happened with Buster Douglas, and you saw what happened with Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Like, shit, Holyfield was getting on his ass. He got so frustrated, the nigga bit his ear. Like, so it's like, yeah, we all, like, I feel like with boxing, it's just like how they look at the basketball shit with the Jordan and LeBron debate. Did they always say, oh, Kobe and Jordan got this mentality, LeBron don't got it? Because these niggas want to see Bron drop 30 every night, but they not worried about LeBron rebounding, assisting, helping the teammates out. And they doing that with, you know what I mean? He's what I'm saying. It's like a chess game. To the smart ones, it's a chess game. Like, and that's what Floyd Mayweather would do. Like, he'll just be playing a chess game with these niggas. Like, if you smart enough, you're overcome. If you not, then shit, take that L.
Okay, it's frustrating, like punching, but you not landing, but you getting hit Even if it's not hard, it's just frustrating.
Shit, I know Ali was having niggas pissed.
Yeah, he got knocked out too.
Yeah, that was one too. I think it was like around the time during when he was kind of like, cause I really think, cause after I watched the documentary and all that stuff too, I now damn near cried watching that documentary.
I didn't even see it.
Ali really should have retired. Like I feel like after he took that, like whenever Parkinson's was starting to come, like was kind of starting to like come towards his, like starting to like he was trying to get diagnosed with it and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think Ali should have maybe retired and could have been on some like, let me just focus on my health. I remember he wanted to keep fighting after he lost to Joe Frazier because he came back and beat him, but he wanted to keep fighting, but he was already living with Parkinson's, already like going through it. And I remember it was literally interviews. You could clearly tell Ali didn't talk like how the way he used to talk, like back in the day. Because I think it was in the early '80s, late '70s when he had that fight with Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes beat him up like real bad. I remember it was an interview before that fight. Muhammad Ali had grew out a mustache. I think I forgot where they were, but he was training. I remember you hear the way the cadence of his voice was on that interview compared to the way he used to, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and all that. Yeah. Bro, he was not talking like that no more. Like now he was like, yeah, I'm so pretty, I'm gonna shock the world. And his voice completely changed, so you kind of was seeing it. But then when he got in the ring out there with him, and he was out there, and I saw he was getting punched, Ali wasn't defending himself, he was just shaking, just getting hit, just shaking. I was like, bro, why ain't nobody throw the towel yet, bro? That shit was so sad to watch. Yeah. I was like, yeah, he should have hung it up, bro, because that's like, man, when you get to that level, when your whole mental function is off, because like, from this, bro, like.
That's when you need to hang it up.
But yeah, that's why Mike Tyson was crying about that. He said, like, Ali basically gave his life to the game, like, in a way. Like, he gave his life to the game. And like that's what Mike Tyson be saying nowadays whenever he be on his like his spiritual stuff, he'll be like yeah, like I'm just trying to like just discover the art of humbleness. I was like, this nigga Mike trying to be humble like.
Speaking of fighting, you been saying Aaron the Plumber?
Bro, this nigga crazy as fuck, bro. Aaron the Plumber, like with this nigga, I don't know what his problem is, but you can tell he a crash out for sure. But it's like, bro, he let everything. Like, tick him off, bro. Like,
he want to fight.
That nigga was like, and remember he lost to that porn star nigga. He was I'm not falling asleep with a loss on my mind. I can't do that. Nah, nigga, I got me. I'm like, damn. Did you see it on the 20v1? The nigga slapped that nigga on 20v1?
Oh, yeah. Cause nigga, he's like, she ain't type about nothing, you ain't type about nothing. He's like, who ain't? He said, you ain't.
Smack him.
No kill.
That nigga talking about some.
Slap the shit out of him.
That nigga talking about some. I'm gonna take you to a French restaurant. Have you ever heard of Jacques in the Box? I was like, bro, what? Bro, I saw that video. I can't.
Yeah, in a real way.
In a real.
Nah, I seen that nigga spit on yesterday. Clip.
Bro, he got spit on a bit. Like, yeah, I seen it. Mm-hmm. Like you seen that video when I think Wack was. Wack was on the phone threatening him. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, Wack, bro, you getting too old, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
But Wack be having a point.
Wack got power.
Yeah, like you think.
He mad because he said he disrespected Ray J, and that's Wack partner.
Talking about Ray J. Fuck Ray J.
Yeah, because Ray J let his security just get at Aaron the Plumber and shit.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, you can't
want to fight though.
And the thing is, like, bro, niggas can't get mad because, like, that nigga, what's his name? That nigga, Aaron the Plumber defending himself. Like, bro, y'all coming at this? Like, I ain't gonna lie, some of the times he be defending himself, bro. He be having a point. Oh God, because I remember when I watched that clip when Erica Mena had kicked him off the show, bro. I remember she little boyed him, slapped him on the face like some little boy shit, and he was like, "I'm not going for that. Like, you're not finna do that."
He kept it respectful too,
and he kept it respectful, and she felt some kind of way. But the thing about Erica Mena, like, bro, you a known Hollywood hoe. Her and Drea Michelle be getting passed around like a Fort Worth bitch, like, you know what I mean? So it's like it's not even like crazy, like it's like, bro, you know what you been doing? Like, you been like going, like you been messing with so many niggas and shit. So it's like, that nigga, Aaron the plumber, I'm pretty sure he still knows it's a business behind this shit.
Yeah.
And
Entertainment.
that nigga not like Glock from could have been a record store. He like kind of mentally off. Like I think Aaron the plumber a little smart. Like that nigga not dumb. Like this nigga know it's like a business side of things. So it's like that nigga probably know like you kind of tried to little boy him. Yeah, so when you slapped his face like that and he reacted the way he reacted, as a man, I would have did that shit too. Like, bitch, you ain't finna smack my face like no little kid. Like, no, that shit dead.
She's like, no, are you gonna interrupt? I absolutely have to.
Man, long guy, like nigga, I would interrupt too. That shit dead. Like you not finna, like you not doing that shit.
Whack 100, like Goon, like protecting Aaron the plumber.
Oh, for real?
You know, Loose Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, nah, he with me. Ain't nobody gonna touch him. He untouchable. And then he's like, he patched everything up with Whack and shit. But when I was watching No Jumper, while Aaron was with Loose Cannon, he's still saying he want to fight Whack for disrespecting him.
Bro, Aaron, but the thing is, I think Aaron would obviously win that. It's just the fact, like, you know, Whack, in a way, I'm not gonna say the nigga untouchable, but it's like niggas ain't finna touch Whack without going through something.
It's hard to touch the nigga. He always running like military defense and shit. Got people surrounding the buildings and shit.
Okay, that's like shit. The same with Jay Prince. It's like,
oh yeah,
like you know, even though like Jay Prince do what he do at Houston and all that shit though, it's like, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, bro, like niggas not gonna fear y'all. Like, and that thing about our generation too. Like, I'm not saying our generation don't respect the old generation, but it's like we don't just or we ain't finna go for nothing with the old generation. Cause it be a lot of shit the old generation do sometimes that could be a little like fraudulent and weird. Like nigga, y'all old ass, grown ass men, y'all sitting up here doing all this extra shit. Like, you know, like,
appreciate
yeah, pour it up, pour. Appreciate it, boy. Another cheers to the 50th episode. I'll probably get on camera, man. We gotta show some love to our producer, man.
Shout out Party.
Shout out Party, man. Like we started coming. Like remember you got 50 episodes, but I ain't gonna lie. Like the story about when we first met Party. I remember I was on Peerspace trying to find a lot of spaces. No cap. All these podcast spaces was charging an arm and a leg, bro. Like crazy as fuck. And then I remember we seen Party Place and I hit him up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Party didn't have to like tell us like, oh, he'll cut us a deal because, you know, the app gonna maybe try to make niggas pay more than what it is. Yeah. Like, he didn't have to do that, but at the same time, it's like, the fact, like, you know, like Party, like, you know, like you been fucking with us for like as long as you've been fucking with us, and, you know, even there's been times where shit, even if we didn't come certain weeks because like we had family shit going, like, you know, you was always understanding with us, all that. Like it's much love, Party, man. We love you, Party.
Appreciate you.
Sure. Cause I'm not gonna lie, cause a lot of them other podcasts, like Spaces, bro, they do be trying to like do too much. Because I remember like the very first one I seen on Peerspace, like I think it had like this backdrop. Well, no, it was like a little theme, but it was a backdrop of like what's that shit called, like the arcade game and stuff, and I thought it'd be a cool setting. But the thing about it is the only catch to it was they wanted you to bring your own like everything. Like you had to bring your own equipment, and I was like, damn, you ain't got nobody in there doing it. So then that's when I remember whenever we first started, I was trying to get a camera and all that.
Yeah, let's see, you got cameras and shit.
Yeah, now we good with the cameras, but I remember whenever we first started, we had got mics and cameras and all that shit. Like, bro, we was trying to just get to it, and then we were using our phones the first 3 episodes until I
ain't gonna lie, we found like Party quick, because usually podcasts, you see the progression take like a lot of episodes to upgrade the quality and shit.
Yeah.
Like a couple episodes, you found Party and shit, we been locked in.
Yeah, cause I ain't like, cause I still remember the first episode. Like it wasn't even a real episode. Remember we did that mock in the backyard, and then like we were talking about Doc Rivers, bro. You know that video got 160K views. I'm talking about Doc Rivers. The clip. On that clip.
Yeah. But
on YouTube Shorts, like it didn't get as crazy, but like it did good. But on Instagram, it did good. But I ain't gonna lie, but just with the podcast, like, you know, like we did come a long way with this shit. Like just starting from the beginning, but at the same time, you know, it's always still room to grow. Like that's why I tell y'all every day. It's like you know, it's just like we do at times, like, you know, with the podcast, like we could have those moments where we do get in our comfort zone, where we probably like you know, because like, you know, we've seen the podcast that is at highs, we've seen that as lows, but the thing is, like, we can't be complacent. We gotta always want more, keep pushing, and then also too, like what I do, and then plus like what you watching No Jumper, like we study the greats. Now we study all the good podcasts. We study this stuff, so it's like we try to like make sure we could, like, you know, sharpen up the podcast every week as we can. Even sometimes if it's weeks, if it feel like we not bringing enough, like we still growing because, you know, we still trying to just like figure the podcast game out. But the fact that we made it to 50 episodes, to 50 episode, that shit crazy. Oh yeah, did you want to take your shot?
I been took that.
Oh, I've been talking.
You ducking.
But I remember Cat Williams, he started drinking, he started going crazy. What's the name?
Cat Williams funny.
You told Ricky Smiley all that shit.
This shit funny in a bit.
But it's another thing too, because I remember I asked Wesley this question, but do you think stand-up comedy is like dying, like it becoming extinct with how like the way, like in a way the media, like, cause just like when we were talking about the Brian and Stephen A thing, like, you know how like the media, like a lot of people are kind of getting too critical about what's funny, about what's too much.
You talk about in that way.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
shit, I don't think it's dying, but I know they do got to be critical of what they say, because they get like canceled, meaning like no endorsements, no sponsorships. People don't want to touch you.
Because I remember it was like a few years ago. I remember Kevin Hart had that one comedy special right after I think he got canceled because he made some joke. I think he said something about the GAY people or whatever. And then I just remember like they canceled like Kevin Hart. And I remember Kevin Hart had this comedy like special during COVID. Bro, nobody was at that hole. It was like,
sure.
Like, yeah, it was like dead. Like nobody was there. Like, and it was like, it seemed like the people in the audience weren't like laughing at any of the jokes. And my partner Emmanuel, he always been a big Kevin Hart hater. Like he always say like he don't think Kevin Hart is funny. And the thing about that, when like people say that, I can understand to a certain extent, but I still do think Kevin Hart is funny, because I remember when I was in high school, like you remember when we were younger, like our parents would watch like Laugh at My Pain and stuff like that. So we always would know about Kevin Hart through.
I ain't gonna lie, that was funny to me.
You see what I'm saying? Laugh at My Pain was hilarious to me.
Oh God.
But you got some people out there that say that Kevin Hart not funny, but like, and that's why when Cat Williams said that, I'm like, bro, I feel like it's a little bit of hatred towards that, but it's like, I don't think Kevin Hart is just not funny.
No.
I just think like, what you want to say? Go ahead.
Laugh at My Pain was funny, but he did have some ones I was like,
that was like a little mid?
Yeah, it was mid. And like, he funny, but he not as funny as like the
GOATs, like, you know, because
I think Mike Epps and Cat Williams funnier than bro.
Me too. I do think they're fun, because with them, they're like naturally funny. I think Kevin Hart, in a way, he kind of try hard funny, but it's like, I think Kevin could be naturally funny too, because I've seen him roast niggas like just going like, and then it was one time I remember back in the day, Meek Mill had Kevin Hart backstage, and like, and this nigga like Meek Mill had this partner named Fat Reese. I remember Kevin Hart was cooking this nigga Fat Reese and called that nigga a beach ball. I remember that nigga Fat Reese was getting sad and shit. Kevin, this nigga go to the back and shit. Like, everybody trying to like you make sure he cool and shit. That's when I was like, Kevin Hart funny as fuck.
Yeah, he funny for sure.
But also too, but with the comedy thing being this thing, it's like, so you remember, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about how White Chicks 2, how Marlon and Sean like had confirmed that they're making like White Chicks 2. And even though that was a comedy for us growing up, and some people, we still do watch White Chicks because that was a classic. But you know how today is about the black man in the dress and all this, that, and the third. Do you think that'd be funny? But the thing, but it's the thing before we before you answer, it's like, you know, the Wayans have their own production company, and then Marlon and Sean them make their own movies. So I do understand, like, nigga, you're a black man wearing a dress, but at the same time, it's not like Hollywood making them do it. They doing it. So what's your take on that? What you think?
My take on it is, I wouldn't do it, but like, it's a classic, and if you wanna recreate the nostalgic feeling for like your fans, like, you already did it. That's your thing. So I wouldn't feel no type of way about it.
Like, imagine if Martin
said it is his company, he not being forced.
Yeah, by Hollywood or nothing, he doing it. Yeah. You see, I feel like if it's in that kind of sense, I do understand. But I do understand the Hollywood black man in the dress thing. But it's like, cause you remember when I was talking about that Shanae thing that one time, I was like when Martin did Shanae, like, obviously Martin don't own that production company, so he probably like, you know, like did it. But at the same time, Martin made all these characters. Like, some people do think making fun of their like sisters and shit is funny. Like, when I was younger, at a point in time, I used to make fun of my sisters. I used to make fun of some of the girls we went to school with, like, for the way they be acting when they with their hand signals and shit. But obviously, like, you know, I know myself. But at the same time, like, I do feel like for Martin and Marlon Wayans and the people that do willingly choose to do it because they doing it for their comedic sense, because they feel like they know people like that. Yeah, I do feel like you can be like, all right, bro, like with the Madea thing. Sadly, like, even though this shit is sad, bro, we grew up on Madea. Yeah, like anybody that grew up in a black household with black parents who were like a little up there in age but not too old. We're watching Madea. It's like, it's just what it was.
Shows, everything.
You know what I'm saying? And even all the same people who were sitting up here, oh, Madea this, that, wearing a dress and shit like that, y'all was all watching Madea plays too with y'all mamas and y'all grannies and shit. Yeah. So it's like, I do understand it, but it's like the world is getting to the point to where a lot of stuff is getting a little sensitive. Like, if you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. But it's like, bro, like, y'all didn't say nothing when Martin was playing Shanae back then. Y'all didn't say nothing. White Chicks Won. Y'all didn't say nothing. All the Madeas. Y'all ain't say nothing. Big Mama's House.
That shit is like, I wouldn't feel comfortable hitting no shit like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't feel comfortable hitting it either.
Like, that's that thing. I can't tell a nigga what to do, and he getting millions of dollars to do it.
Exactly, and then especially like when it's your own choice to do the shit. Like,
you turn it down.
Like, yeah, you could always turn it down, bro.
Yeah. They not being forced. Well, shit. Not that I know of.
Yeah, because this is like, because I do see that all the time, because I think I remember it was right after Cat Williams went on that rant on Club Shay Shay. I remember Emmanuel's sister Genevieve, her and her boyfriend went to go see Cat Williams' comedy special. Mm. Bro, I think if I would have seen Cat Williams like in person, I probably would have laughed. But I feel like a lot of people like nowadays are starting to be like, a comedy special is not funny. But the reason why they went was because of the interview. It was a big pop. It was like a promotion thing. Mm-hmm. And that's why they really went. They didn't really care for Cat Williams. But when I ended up watching the live video of how it went, I thought it was funny. It's just a lot of people, they just take certain stuff wrong. Like, cause I think I remember Cat Williams, like while we were talking about Martin, Cat Williams had made a little joke about Martin having probably like having a history of having a stroke. Cause you remember when they was announcing Bad Boys and and Martin was like looking all sluggish and stuff.
Yeah. He had stroke in real life, right?
No. The thing is, we don't know if he did, but it's like Cat Williams was saying, like, if you got a stroke, nigga, don't hide it. Like, we know you got a stroke, but Cat Williams was making fun of it, like making fun of the way he was walking. But it wasn't even like in a disrespectful way. He was just saying like he did the walk, but then was like, if you having stroke histories, nigga, like, I think we should know instead of you trying to hide the shit. We see you look sick, bro. Like, you like there's something wrong with you.
What you saying that and me picturing Cat Williams like saying in my head that hoe would have made me laugh type shit.
Like, yeah, like, it was funny, but it wasn't like, yeah, because like the way Cat Williams did it, it was funny, but also the way Cat did it, Cat wasn't like disrespecting Martin, but he was being funny, but he wasn't disrespecting him. He was
I'm pretty sure
saying,
Martin didn't take no offense to it because he a comedian.
I swear. And then I think also Martin reacted and said like it wasn't nothing to it. It was funny.
Yeah.
But the media, I remember when I read the comments, everybody in the comments, oh shit, well, yeah, Cat wrong for that. Cat shouldn't have said all that, bro. Cat, like, bro, you doing too much, bro. Like it's not that deep. Then they were trying to compare him to Charleston White and all this, that. And I was like,
Charleston White overboard though.
You know what? The thing about Charleston White, bro, I got the thing about Charleston White that really hit home to me. Like I think it was last week, bro. This shit damn near want to make me cry. Like I'm not even trying to be. I think it's because of them drinks. I don't know what it was, but I remember it. Like I think it was Real Life Street Stars. They interviewed Charleston last week. I think it was a week ago, or a week or 2 weeks ago. No, it wasn't about the Lil Ronnie thing. It was like they interviewed him. About him, like talking about the city of Fort Worth, about him going back out there. What does he think on it? And Charleston was just giving like his take about like how he doesn't go out there unless he's visiting his family. And we're talking about like Fort Worth is a place where like people are basically just rotting. Like nobody is ambitious. Like everybody just, for the most part, that he know, like and have experienced with, like everybody, it's just a city of hopelessness.
Yeah.
And Charleston brung up something because I remember going to Eastern Hills High School and Go Yayo had came up to the school. And I remember at the time, I was feeling like, why would y'all bring this nigga up to the school? Like knowing like we are during Star Test Week at the same time, but at the same time, like why would y'all bring this nigga up to the school and like this nigga performing this song 40 Go Boom at school? You know what I mean? And then I remember like it was like at that time it was a big East Side South Side war going on.
Yeah.
And it's like y'all brung Yale to the school, obviously because y'all probably couldn't afford to get like nobody bigger, but y'all chose to get Yale to come to the school and promote that. And then I remember right after that, the Fourth ID, all them kids like. You started seeing, like, you know how niggas is about young boy. Niggas walking around now with the dye in their hair, all that, which is in a way, you know, you can't say Yale was very influential, but at the same time, it's like it was negative to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, it was also a negative side to it, cause when all them schools he went to, ironically. It probably had nothing to do with Yale, just the surroundings and the situation. All those same schools failed the STAR test drastically. I remember I passed my STAR test, Eastern Hills, but most of my classmates didn't. A lot of niggas ain't passed.
In general, I feel like if Yale didn't go to that hole, the niggas is gonna fail regardless.
Yeah, well, true. But at the same time, what Stephen A. Smith was getting at was basically about like how the adults in Fort Worth and the people who like and people that, you know, are in the neighborhood, they don't care. Because it's like, because Charleston said at first he contacted the school about it and he said the school was trying to sweep it under the rug and was trying to make it seem like Yale just came up there to perform at all them schools.
And he got invited.
Y'all know damn well. At the time, I think Yale was like 19, 20 years old.
He was young.
Y'all, this nigga did not go to that school by himself. Y'all invited that nigga to that school. And I still remember, shout out Lil Ronnie, RP Lil Ronnie. I remember Yale and Lil Ronnie had put up to my the class of 2016, my brother in prom. It's like, what y'all doing there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's like y'all letting drill artists go to school. And go to like, you know, kind of be guest speakers at schools and stuff. And I saw what Charleston was saying when Charleston was saying like that's why the generation of the young niggas in Fort Worth, like it's no way to help them because it's like, you know, like they asking for this life. And then when he made the comment about Lil Ronnie and them, everybody was feeling some kind of way about what he said. But if you look at the message behind what Charleston's saying, it's like, bruh, you kind of asked like it's like when you preaching street shit, it's like you kind of got to take what come with it, which is very fucked up. But it's like it's what come with it. But with Fort Worth, like you know how our city is, like niggas don't see that shit, and they be trying to sit up here and say what was like. Well, obviously we not talking about the comedy with Charleston. They be trying to say Charleston don't be saying shit, and he just be.
Oh, it's because they clip watchers. They don't
it's like they watching
the interviews.
I swear.
Every time he say some bullshit in the interview, it's like 20 to 30 minutes worth of like shit with substance in it.
Exactly, and it's like what's funny is I literally had just watched the interview of Charleston yesterday. You like it wasn't an interview, like a podcast of Charleston yesterday. It wasn't a podcast. He was on live. Yeah. I remember basically Charleston. Before he was saying about what he was saying about the little girl and fuck Lil Ronnie and the little girl, because he gonna be Charleston. Bro, I watched the whole video. Like somebody posted it on YouTube. I watched the whole video. If you just really hear what he really saying, it's like y'all looking at that's why they make those clips for Charleston. Cause he know that's the controversy that's gonna get y'all to engage with him. But when you actually just sit here and watch all of everything he say, bro, Charleston is not saying anything wrong. And that's why I said before numerous times, like, I agree with like most of the stuff he say. But the thing about what Charleston, what he's doing, he's playing the audience. Like, he's gonna say something that's gonna make y'all react. And that's why he said it. That's why he said he made a whole character called Rat Williams. Because he know the things his character Rat Williams say is gonna make y'all tune into Charleston. Yeah. And then, but what the crazy part is, nobody's gonna sit down and watch all of what Charleston's really saying. Like that's why it's like, but then when I ain't gonna lie, but when Charleston said what he said about the Yayo thing about the like everybody failing them STAR tests, bro, me being at the school that like being at one of the schools he went to. And me seeing how like all that shit played out and just how a lot of people who did start kind of choosing the side between Hood Rich and Hood Fame at the time, and it was starting to become an uproar. Yeah. Bro, Charleston was right, bro. Like bro, Yayo had a major influence on the city. And I know a lot of people try to say it'd be all the other rappers, but because Yayo from the South Side, niggas want to give him the credit. Yayo did have a hand in the city with a lot of the influences, but when y'all hear Charleston sitting up here saying it was a lot of negative towards to that too, because look what became out of a lot of the stuff that came with that. Nobody wants to talk about that aspect. They just want to look at it like, oh, you shouldn't be talking about people like that. Well, watch the nigga whole video.
Yeah, facts.
And then you'll see what he's talking about.
Cause like even when he is like disrespecting Nipsey, he was saying like fuck the character, and he was like I respect Irmis, which is his real name, but people won't even get to that part because they just clip up that little couple seconds he said that's disrespecting Nipsey. But
And then with that too, it's just like for me, like when I do look at the Nipsey Hussle thing about some of the stuff Charleston do say. It's like, cause you remember, I think it was not the last pod, but the pod before that. I remember when we were talking about breaking generational curses, and when people make it, they come back to their community. I understand wholeheartedly about Nipsey, like, Crenshaw and Sloss and him opening up that store for his people in the community. But at the same time, sometimes you have to realize, bro, like where you at right now, your community is gonna take you under. And then I remember, I guess, like allegedly from the story that was told, like that nigga Eric Holder, who was the snitch nigga that was coming around them and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Nipsey charged him up about being a snitch and told him he didn't want them around him. Yeah. And bro came back and killed him. It's like, Nipsey, why are you even doing that? So I do understand, like you trying to portray, like you still a Crip nigga.
Serious, like,
yeah, like
serious.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you still a street nigga and you still like Crippin' and all that, and I definitely understand that and I get that, but it's like, bruh, you can't sit up here and like, you have to realize, bro, you still got children, you still got wives, you got a business to run, you still got a status. I didn't really just think Nipsey Hussle was that big of a figure. Like everybody tried to make him out to be, but whatever image he did have, Nipsey had that image. And I did listen to his music after he passed away, and it wasn't bad. But at the same time, it's like you have to realize, bro, like certain situations when it comes to street shit like that, with your status, like just stray away from it because you know it could be detriment to you. Fuck what these niggas talking about in the streets. Like, yeah, it could probably mean some kind of way to you because you used to be a part of this lifestyle, but you have to understand your status right now and the family that you have to raise.
Fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then also just with the fact, like, niggas in the hood every day is gonna sit up here and tell you, like, you done switched up, you Hollywood, you this, that, you this, you that, you that. You ain't gotta listen to them and just compromise and go to the hood. Like, fuck what they gotta say, cause I recently saw the video, it was about Mike Epps talking about when like him going back to the hood, like his people like wasn't fucking with him and stuff like that. So he'll try to appeal to the community, and he hanging back out with street dudes, giving them money, looking out. But what people miss when they do that is like it's a reason why these people still in the hood, bro. You can't let them take you under. And then, but and also too, Charleston was saying that as well. But the viewers are gonna look at like, okay, he's saying fuck Nipsey, but they're not gonna look at Charleston explaining it.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Real. That's what I be trying to tell people a lot. It's like, bro, you gotta watch the whole interview. It's a lot of like good content in it. They be like, nah, I don't even want to hear it because that 15-second clip they saying he say some wild shit. But I ain't gonna lie, he do be saying some crazy.
Yeah, he
shit,
do
though.
say some, like he do say a lot of crazy
though.
shit.
But shit.
That's what these motherfuckers watching.
Yeah, when you saying crazy shit, the controversy.
He already explained the algorithm to him.
He gotta keep himself viral.
Yeah, and then that's another thing.
He'll tell
It
you
was
that
a whole
too.
video where Charleston was explaining the algorithm of social media, and people still feeding back into it. That just goes to show.
People stupid. Like, it's like you dealing with motherfuckers that's grew up in the internet era. That's like they real life to them. They think the internet,
Yeah.
they living off the phone. Like,
That's true.
motherfuckers don't go outside. Motherfuckers don't participate in no real life shit. Everything is off of a phone and shit.
Yeah.
Exactly, like,
Raised up off the phone, like they think this shit real. Like,
Yeah.
and that's another thing too with just us having a podcast as well. But before we close out, it's just like I'll tell people all the time, like, because I remember when we first started the podcast, and we would get controversial with certain stuff, and people would comment. I had to teach myself to learn, like, yeah, just don't comment, because it's like we gonna say our opinion and we gonna say what we want, but y'all really real life, like, cause one thing about me too is like I ain't gonna pull no Stephen A and get personal with you, but we gonna still talk about shit and all that. But at the same time, it's like when I say shit, or if you say shit, or if Alex said, or when I say Alex, or if Khalil would have said something, or if Joseph would have said something, anybody we had on the pod, if they say something and there's people commenting like whenever we had that Trump and Kamala Harris debate, it was people agreeing with me, or people agreeing with this nigga. But I had to teach myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm not finna sit up here and comment because I know that y'all gonna tune in.
Yeah. I
For
get
me,
excited when I get negative comments.
yeah, and that's what I had to learn too. It's like for me, I got to the point to where this is good for us. Like, this good content, this good engagement for us. Like, y'all talking about the shit we doing. Okay, that's live as fuck. That's cool. But even with us being podcasters, I'm not finna sit up here, like, even though I do study the game and I watch, I'm not finna sit up here and try to make it a big old thing where I'm like waking up, eat, sleeping, and shitting, like, you know, worrying about what another nigga got to say. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. And even with the Stephen A. Smith thing, where we can't bring that back up, with the LeBron thing, bro, LeBron been quiet about all this shit y'all niggas been saying for 20 goddamn years. He just snapped and said something to you because you talking about his son.
Yeah.
So this is his son. It's more touching to him. So I can understand that aspect. But LeBron let y'all niggas make it for 20-something years, bro. Like, you think he give a fuck about what y'all gotta say? y'all doing y'all job. He don't care. Like, y'all gonna keep talking, but at the same time, them negative comments are gonna bring Brian more fan base. Cause now you got people who critiquing him, and y'all also got people like trying to prove his haters wrong.
Yeah.
Like, all it is it's just promo for Brian. It's like, bro, it shouldn't even get that deep. But to close out though, like, do you got any shout outs you want to give out on our 50th episode?
50th
Like,
episode, I want to shout out Kennedale. Last week I told y'all that it's going to lay built.
oh, they won for
Went
real?
to San Antonio. Yeah, did it today. But shout out to Wheatley
I ain't know
too.
they won.
They did a good job. But yeah, they real talented. I'm proud of them. So yeah, shout out y'all.
I did not know Kennedale won. I really didn't think they was gonna win. Like, I'm dry hating on the city and
My
shit.
young niggas on here.
But yeah, like, shout out to Kennedale for winning. Shout out my dumbass girl. Shout out my friends, my family. You know, my people. Like, just shout out to all y'all for supporting the pod for 50 episodes.
50 episodes.
Party, we need one more shot before we close out. One last shot.
Both funny, right?
Oh, God, I'm gonna ride back home feeling good like her.
Oh, God. I'm going to play some music like a bit.
Boy, don't pour too much on.
If y'all at the crib, pour y'all up a shot too. Take a shot with us.
But yeah, like he said, if y'all at the crib, pour up with us, our 50th episode. Like,
Appreciate y'all.
you know, we appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna lie, really, we could have been at 51, but remember
Let's
at the,
scrap that hoe.
but we ain't, but like, you know, that's in the archives. Like, we ain't gonna get into, Orange.
That was funny.
But like, yeah, that shit was live though. It was cool. But even through the ups and the downs of the podcast, every episode to me was live. It was fun. I'm feeling my
It's goofy.
oh God, I'm turning into Unc now. I'm feeling my drink.
Lock in.
Like, bro, you should have seen my brother. That nigga was giving his best man speech at like his partner wedding.
Yeah.
The nigga doing that shit too. He feeling the drum. Like,
He
bro,
was
get your old drunk ass on. He like old Unc.
I ain't gonna lie, I always got a badass speech in my back pocket.
But I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I have a wedding, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm probably fuck around and have like, people can have multiple best mans, right?
You can do it.
Or you can only,
you
like-
getting married.
But traditionally though, like,
Traditionally,
her party,
I feel
like,
it's just
how
one.
much best mans can you have?
It's traditionally is one. Like, you got your best man, then you got your
Grooms, niggas, and shit.
so that's like your best man and the rest of your niggas basically. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. But I kind of, but I would have multiple best men though.
I'm gonna get ice and bitch at my wedding. Oh God.
Bro,
best man really just the nigga that just do the best man shit. Like, he gonna have the rings and shit, and then you know what I'm saying. Get a little talk.
But the crazy thing is, bro, some niggas be getting butt hurt off that shit. Like, I remember one time I
Like
seen,
real shit.
I think it was Best Man Holiday.
Morris Chestnut looking at it.
I think it was, bro, it was one of the best men. Cause Holiday was when they all was married. I think it was the first one. I remember Tay Diggs got Ronnie. That nigga Tay Diggs, bro. Somebody got mad.
You got mad?
Bro, one of the niggas got mad because they didn't get chosen as best man or some shit.
Yo.
And I was like, and then I think it was, I forgot what it was. It was another TV show where a nigga got mad because they didn't get chosen as the best man and the other partner got chosen. So I just be like, damn, is it like that serious? That deep?
Hell no.
Bullshit.
It's like,
And a lot of the times it be like, nigga probably didn't be your best man. Just be like, yo,
The nigga you trust probably
yeah,
more than most.
Trust the most, like it's more responsible. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit that you feel like.
yeah.
That's like the same thing with niggas that pick their God's parents and shit like
Oh,
that.
Yeah, it
You're
is.
not finna pick no nigga that's finna die in a couple of years. It might be your best friend, but he ain't gonna be a good godparent.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be
Yeah.
no best
Pick the
man.
motherfucker that's fitting for the role, like this your godparents. I feel like
Facts.
take on the responsibility of being some good godparents. Like, you don't want to have a motherfucker that's, it might be your partner.
Some
but
goofy, you know.
he might just not be around for that shit. He might outlive you. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little tipsy. But to close out, I want to say I love my fans. We love our fans. from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all for 50 episodes. Look at that. But for real, thank y'all for 50 episodes, though. Like, we really made it this far out. Like, it was times where we felt like, like shit wasn't going nowhere, but, we just always kept the mindset to staying even killed, like, not letting shit get to us. You know how that shit go. Hopefully by the end of this year, millions of dollars. But yeah, catch ya on the flip side. To take that shot before we close out.